For the Dallas Mavericks, they won their last contest, that game against the Trailblazers in Portland. It was just a textbook performance. That game was all theirs. Once they got it going, it was full speed ahead.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Well, you know, the cohesiveness was evident out there. These guys feel like they can win in any arena, and they proved it that game.
You know, GA, something you notice about this Jazz team, they love to shoot the three. Statistics tell you that, and they tell you that.
And, Kevin, not only do they love it, they do it well. The two, sadly, don't always go hand in hand, but these guys can really hurt you from range when they get going.
And so George will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. Takes a three. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Nice setup for one of the game's best shooters. Paul George, cash money on the catch and shoot.
Pass to Edwards. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's George. Outside, Markkanen. The three-pointer, no good. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Johnson outside. Back to Doncic. 6 to shoot. Makes it off the glass.
You can trust Luka to make the most of a close shot. I mean, he won't waste a high percentage look most times.
Right now, I'd send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Dallas's head coach and I did get a chance to talk. Said priority number 1 is to not let these guys get going from the perimeter. Do not let them start getting open threes. It's a recipe for disaster. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Devising a strategy to take away that three-point shot. Now here's Edwards. Great D that time from Nurkic. To the inside. And it's George finishing it off.
PG-13 emphatically throwing that one down. They're not stopping him on that dunk.
Edwards looking it over. Fires the three. Kept alive. Out to Doncic. Goes back up. Rick Saban. And the first shot of the night for him, no good.
No excuses, none. I mean, with the defense non-existent, I mean, he has to connect from there.
So it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Mavericks. Let's go. Dallas, no good that time either. Utah leading. Levine up top. And then Levine with the jam.
Well, we know Levine has the hops. That time showing off the creativity.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Now here's Edwards. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
The Jazz making a switch here.
How about the work ethic of Anthony Edwards? Not to mention that linebacker build and the sweet shooting stroke. But what he wants most is to see his team succeed. That's what you love about AE.
Now here's White. Kuzma outside. Light a screen. The tray. Kuzma can't get it to go. Greg, you take a look at Nurkic. He is at his best going against big-name centers.
Nurkic is the kind of player who rises to a challenge, can be a bit inconsistent in what he gives you, but he loves the challenge of going up against the best.
Edwards with it. Beasley covering. White wide open. He fires. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Pass to Plumlee. It's Edwards on the wing. Dallas no good that time either.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
Miller. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
To the middle. Nurkic with the steal. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball. Mavericks making a switch here. .137 left to play in the first quarter. Right wing. Lets it go from deep. Rebound, Utah. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
First team foul.
And the free throw, no good.
Paul George at the line for one.
Utah leading by 4. Beasley the screen. Back to George. George double teamed. Nurkic can't hit.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Yeah, nothing major, not a huge advantage, but certainly a good sign for them going forward.
Now here's Kuzma. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. The Jazz have gone 0 for 1 at the line. This is their second trip to the line tonight. And the first one drops. And good on the second, so he makes them both. There's 47 seconds left in the first quarter. And here's none. Pass to White. Jacks up a 3. A shot off that time. And Utah the other way now. George double teamed. There's 21 seconds left to play in the first. Nice ball movement by Utah. A nice shot by Black.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Now here's White. Pass to Nunn. Back to White. Kuzma outside. Good if it goes.
Love the fact that Paul George expends great energy at both ends of the floor. He's a rangy defender who's extremely disruptive.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. What do you guys think about the Jazz here in this one?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the energy, the effort defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter.
Pass to Johnson. And Forbes has it in the corner. From outside, off the mark. And so Markkanen will bring it up for the Jazz. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Clark, with the dramatic rise in three-point shooting, do you think the league will ever experiment with a 4-point shot?
I don't think so, Kevin. That's a bit gimmicky for me, but I'm somewhat old school and traditional. I think you could maybe test it out somewhere, maybe in the All-Star game or the G League. The league hasn't been shy about trying new things and seeing what works and what doesn't.
Over in the corner, Yurtsevin. No good from outside. Utah leading by 10. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, from the step back to his attacking style, some have compared Luka Doncic to the Bear, James Harden. There are some similarities, Harden said. Being able to dictate and control the game like he does, he never lets anyone speed him up, and he gets what he wants. Back to you, Kevin.
He always has. They're both pretty fun to watch. David, thank you. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Outside, Markkanen. Takes it inside. Back to Johnson. Utah the rebound. There's the triple. He can't hit that time. Mavericks trailed by 10. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
No problems knocking that one down. Doncic has got 5 points so far.
At the arc, Doncic can seem unstoppable. You've got to guard him closely out there. You can't give him any space or he'll hurt you.
The Jazz shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. That one is off.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Johnson surveying the floor. Pass to White. Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. Forbes inside the line. Can't nail the jumper.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open. And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Now White. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Pass to Johnson. No good on the triple. Utah leading by 8. Out to Miller. Driving to the basket.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
And it's White missing. And the Jazz with possession here. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Pass to Johnson. Shot clock at 5. Utah needs to get off a shot here. Miller outside. Levine for 3. That's good. It's Miller with the assist. Levine's got 5 points so far.
Boy, Zach LaVine's scoring instincts have him always ready for the catch and shoot.
And Markkanen can give you, Greg, a solid defensive effort at both the 3 and the 4.
And Kevin, many thought Markkanen was a defensive liability, but give him credit, worked hard to prove he wasn't. And while not a superb defender, he has become a plus defender for this team.
Inside, Saban. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
You know, whenever White sees an open teammate, he's getting the ball to him right away. No hesitation.
Back to Johnson. Looks for Miller. Gets it to him. Johnson surveying the floor. Out to Miller. Nice ball movement by Utah. Markkanen from outside. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And Utah making a change here. Mavericks trailed by 14. Doncic with it. He has 5. Pass to Edwards. There's the 3. They grab their own miss. Doncic outside. Right side, Edwards. For 3. Edwards with another miss.
Yeah, that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the Mavericks. It's a 14-point game. They've got the Timberwolves ahead of them next in Minneapolis. That'll be just one game played away from home for them.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
Now at the line for your Mavericks.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Jazz.
A huge part of their offense, pushing the ball. Looking for fast break opportunities, always a good idea.
You know, points off turnovers is something else they've excelled in. I expect the opponent at least to try to squeeze that orange a little better.
Here's Markkanen. The Jazz again can't hit it.
Take what's available. Use the fadeaway when the defender's there on it.
Doncic outside. .115 left to play here in the half. Back to Edwards. Here's Niang. Kicks it out to Johnson. On the wing, Doncic. 5 points in the game. For three, Edwards. Rebound collected by Levine. Utah leading by 13. To end the cold streak. Rebound by Azubuike.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
.29 seconds left in the first half. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. No good on the three. Here's George, and he uses the glass on the layup. George has got his third basket of the night right there.
I tell you, George is an amazing athlete. He's got great speed, and when he's in the open court running the break, that's a scary look for the defense.
And here's Edwards from the arc. Here's Johnson. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater.
That's how Levine's coaches want him to compete. He's maintaining good defensive position and, as a result, forces a tough shot.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Mavericks trailed by 15. Outside, Edwards. Kuzma outside. Poke loose. Paul George with the steal. Outside, Levine. And here's George. From deep. It's rebounded by Doncic.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Pass to Plumlee. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Stolen by George. Fast break, here come the Jazz. Here's Markkanen. Over Edwards. Got a hand on it. Here's Kuzma. Excellent D there from George.
Boy, that's a look. He has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
And Markkanen throws it down.
You know, after averaging just 1 assist per game as a rookie, George has really upgraded his passing game.
And it's Paul George with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Doncic looking it over. Outside, Edwards. The shot's good from Kuzma. Kuzma's got his first points of the game.
You know, body him up all you want. It doesn't bother Kyle Kuzma. He's got great competitive spirit and skill.
Back to Black. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Oh, you hear that sound? That's the flushing of the toilet right there.
Greg, a fierce two-hander.
Max Force throwdown.
Doncic outside. Great D that time from Nurkic. And so George will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. Down low. Here's Plumlee. Oh, and he jams it right over Lauri Markkanen. Wow.
Doncic taking pride in setting the table for his teammates. I love his unselfishness.
And this will be his second and third shots at the line here.
First team. At the line for the Jazz, Paul George. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there.
And lost his touch right there. Didn't see that coming. Usually, when he's hot, he stays hot.
Pass to Kuzma. Stolen by George. And now Utah, fast break. Levine with the ball. Wasted no time on that one. Levine's got 11 points.
Boy, you look at the defense, not nearly the hustle or energy at that end of the floor. It's the exact opposite of what it was in the first half.
To the wing on the left. None wide open. Misses the three. Jazz leading by 19. From deep three-point range, Levine can't hit. White with it. George picks him up. Here's Aldama. With options like the G League Ignite team, fewer players feel they have to go to college. Would you have been tempted by those options?
I don't think I would have been personally, Kevin, but I do like the fact that there are other pathways to the NBA. College is not for everybody. I think it's one of the surest ways to develop as a person and your game, but it's not for everybody. So I like the fact that there are other pathways to get to the NBA.
On offense, here are the Jazz. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Mavericks trailed by 21. Now here's White. He's still scoreless so far in this one. He takes it in, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Lauri Markkanen.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Jazz.
They've been running away from the defense all game. I mean, loads of points here off the fast break, and the opposition just hasn't been able to adjust to that aggressive play style.
You know, we've got to talk about how they've continued to force turnovers and turn those turnovers into points. They came out aggressive, and they've not let up.
Outside, George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Black. The Mavericks pull it in. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. The reviews have been good for the league's moves to eliminate foul calls on non-basketball moves. The NBA said it wanted the game to be played, not manipulated. Draymond Green says it helps to know that you'll have more of a fair opportunity as a defender. Guys can't just cheat the system. Kevin, back to you.
That's great to see, David. Thank you.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
Pass to George. .141 left in the third quarter. Brown, good. Brown's got his second basket of the night.
You know, Beasley not trying to do too much or get too cute there. Just finding the open man in a simple fashion. Well done.
Here's none. And it's sent back by George.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
Hasn't shot the ball well at the stripe, going 0 for 3 so far. They throw good, Paul George. Dallas with the ball. Now, Nunn. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Buries it from three-point range.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
And he hasn't cashed in on his chances at the line, only making one free throw.
This season, the percentage right around 72%, so not the kind of success he was hoping for.
And somehow it's become a real struggle at the free throw line. He's lost his way there. I mean, he's not having anywhere near the same success he had there last season.
And it'll be the Mavericks with their first time out here of the game. So both teams making some changes here. 55 seconds left to play here in the third. To the paint and taken away by Brown. Oh, and here comes Markkanen all alone. And it's Miller with the jam.
And Markkanen, the big fella, has nice court vision, solid at finding open teammates.
For three, Edwards. There's a good screen. Clock at 6. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Aldama. It's hauled in by Brown.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards.
Oh, man!
Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think.
Without question, a crowd pleaser to the 10th degree.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Utah. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Johnson with it. Miller outside. Back to Johnson. Brown trying to free himself up. Johnson's shot is off.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Here is Forbes. 6 on the shot clock. That shot off the mark. So Utah will take it the other way. They're in the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3. And Clark, Commissioner Silver noted recently as the league moves to a more selective viewing experience, load management could hurt revenues even further.
Yeah, you know, when more fans can pay to watch individual games, it's a bit of an a la carte system. I think you need that star power every night. And even beyond that, Kevin, I think players, all players, but particularly the star players, have a responsibility to try to show up for work every single night. And that really should be the mindset. I think it goes beyond revenue. I think it's just a matter of principle. You have a job, you should be looking to perform every time you have the opportunity. I understand rest, but I think rest should probably be confined to practice, not the game.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And so White will bring it up for the Mavericks. Pass to Bullock. Here's Niang. And that time, also a missed shot. Here's Johnson. Plumlee with the rebound. And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
For three, Forbes. That one misses. And Utah will come the other way. And it's sent back by White.
White doing an excellent job coming up with the block there.
To the wing right side. Knocked away. It's stolen by Johnson. And now Utah, fast break. Deflects the pass. And stolen by White. Dallas moving the ball around. And here's Bullock. He gets that one.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
And sometimes that's the best policy when you're going up against a big guy. Take it to the 10. Right at him. Get to the rack.
Back to Johnson. It's rebounded by Dallas.
You know, he looks a little off-kilter to me this quarter. Still trying to find his rhythm.
Here's Plumlee. Some solid defense from Brown.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
No good from Beasley.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
This is definitely a day he'd like to forget. He just hasn't had the energy or the intensity to get it done out there. He's still scoreless.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Here's White. Collins with some nice D. Down low. Johnson wide open. He fires. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
And usually teams go on runs, and it comes from a lot of layups and dunks, but not now.
And it's Bullock missing. Here's the Jazz with the ball. They're on a 13-4 run right now. And there is a whistle. That goes on Bryn Forbes. That's foul number 2 for him. A different look for Dallas. Johnson outside. His three-pointers off the mark.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Johnson with it. And it's Miller picking him up. From deep. And that one is good by Beasley. Beasley's got his first 3 points of the game.
My goodness, Beasley was barely across half court. That is long range there.
Dallas, no good that time either.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones. And he missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
From past the arc, Jazz working now with the fresh shot clock. From deep three-point range, Beasley can't get that one to fall. On the wing, Doncic. It's stolen by Brown.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Jazz.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season. And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Paul George.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Beasley can't get that one to fall.
He's missing shot after shot after shot from long range. The time running low, he'd be better off trying something else.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Now they're playing with urgency. They could have done it much earlier before the game was out of reach.
To the inside. Here's Miller. Good. Nice job down low.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
Now here's Johnson. Miller outside. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to